Whoa, check out the article in Speaker Magazine this month entitled, Your Mouth is Your Megaphone. What you can't read in Speaker Magazine, you can hear here on VOE or see on the VOE video on NSA's YouTube channel. Rena Cook is my guest, and this is a unique interview that you probably will want to see and one that I'm sure you'll enjoy. And now, here's Rena Cook. My guest today on VOE is Rena Cook, and Rena, you have a great article in Speaker Magazine entitled "Your Mouth is Your Megaphone."
Right.
And reading the article, it hit me that so many times those of us who are in the speaking profession don't always really understand the physicality of how we can use our mouth and our voice to create an outcome that is pleasant for people to hear and that they want to hear.
Right,
So
and is more versatile as well.
it caused me to wonder as I was reading your article if there isn't value in vocal training for professional speakers.
Well, I certainly think there is value, but of course that's my bias. However, I've seen many really fine professional speakers get better through voice and speech training, really understanding the mechanism, the anatomy of the mechanism, and how to alter it physically for the desired effect that you want to achieve.
Now, most of the time, all years past up to this year, VOE has been audio, it's podcast, and most people will be hearing it that way. And for those people that are listening to this, this was recorded via Zoom, so there's going to be a little variation in how you hear me and how you hear Rena and our mics and so forth. But we're also doing this on video, so people have the opportunity now to see you. So can you talk with us a little bit about the physicality of it, realizing that not only will people hear you, but those who are watching it on video can actually see the demonstration?
Right, right. Okay. Well, there are two essential elements of good voice production. Number one, of course, we know is breath, and number two is space in the mouth. Our vocal tract or our megaphone is from the vocal folds up, out the mouth, and the nasal cavities. And to have the most clear, effective, resonant sound, that whole vocal tract needs to be relaxed and open. Our vocal tract is flexible, unlike the bell of a trumpet. You know, the bell of a trumpet is static,
Right.
right? And
Right.
it can't change. But our mouth, which is the bell of our trumpet, can change in size and length and can be more or less resonant. For example, if I want to have a James Earl Jones kind of sound, very deep and resonant, I open up my lower resonators, which are in my throat. If I want to have a very clear, focused, goes out into the crowd sound, I use my oral resonators. And then if I want to create a character sound, then I can exclusively use my nasal resonators to create that sound.
Okay.
Right?
That's funny to hear and watch literally the transformation of that taking place.
And it's just because I'm focusing on different places in my resonators, in my vocal tract. Now, if my lips are tight and I'm always smiling like this, it's going to affect the resonance of my sound because I've changed the shape of my vocal tract. If I raise my soft palate and I feel lots of space going this way in the back of my mouth, then it changes and warms my sound.
So one of the things that's been asked a lot of times, especially for people who are really getting started, is, well, why do I need to worry about changing my soft palate or my resonance or whatever the questions may arise, when in reality, my projection is not that significant because people will hear me because of the mic.
Sure. And number one, it's not just about volume, although the mic will only pick up what it hears. So it will not amplify poor resonance. It will not amplify emotional connection. I always use a mic as well when I speak, but I can change my resonance on the mic for a special effect. I can do a different place in my resonators for a different effect. The mic amplifies what it is that I bring to it, and I will get maximum versatility of sound by really understanding how my resonators and my vocal track, my megaphone, if you will, how it works. And there's a lot of competition among speakers. If I only have one sound and it's my habitual oral setup, then it can't change. I am this sound all the time. There are other speakers who have a variety of sounds and can coax and can keep an audience interested. An audience is most interested the moment you change up something. And that can be volume, it can be pitch, register, inflection. There are things that we can change. And the minute we change up something, maybe it's going to a lower, wispier, resonant sound. They go, wow, something changed. I'm more attentive right now. So it's for those reasons that someone might want to expand their ability to use their megaphone in a more effective way.
There are some people that have, I don't even know how to put it. It's like golden voices.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, oh my God. It's like,
Right.
it's like anytime I'm in Scott McCain's presence, just when he opens his mouth, I feel, oh, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but for those of us who may not have those just golden vocal cords.
Right, it's what they're born with, right?
That's right. It's what they're born with. God bless them. Love it. But for those of us who may not have that, what exercises can we do? And I keep in mind, most of the people listening to this will be listening via podcast. But again, if you're listening via podcast, especially for this segment of VOE, go to the video and take a look at what's there, because I think this will be beneficial. But give us quickly some exercises that you think might be beneficial.
Sure. In our megaphone, we have built-in buffers, built-in dams that clamp back sound. And those are the jaw, the tongue, the soft palate, the lips. And if I relax my jaw, and one of the simple exercises is just rubbing the hands down the jaw hinge and taking the jaw with it. Our jaw is our emotional gatekeeper, and it wants to stay rigid. If my jaw is looser, my sound is warmer and freer. The back of my tongue, imagine the tongue, if this is the tip of the tongue goes all the way back down into our throat, and it wants to pull back and block the sound. Well, if my tongue is tight and blocking my sound, I sound like this. If I release the back of my tongue, the sound gets warmer and clearer. And the tongue exercises that we see everybody do, sticking out the tongue, cleaning the mouth with the tongue, rolling the back of the tongue forward, and I'm going to demonstrate. The tip of my tongue is against my bottom teeth, and the middle of my tongue moves forward. So I'm releasing, I know, right? Tongue exercises are so ridiculous, and people initially hate them until they hear the results. If I release the back of my tongue a couple of times, my voice instantly warms up. Actually, my voice feels better right now than it has the whole interview, because I deliberately and specifically relaxed the back of my tongue.
Okay, for those on VOE, watch the video so you can see exactly what Rena did. Okay, Rena, continue.
Okay, and then the soft palate. If I don't lift my soft palate, I sound like Edith Add, like this, you know, my soft palate is really down, or my sound goes very nasal like this. To lift my soft palate, I'd imagine that I'm biting an apple, because when I get ready to bite an apple, my soft palate pops up. And then if I speak through that sound, I am maximizing my oral resonators. And then the last thing is that our lips are really tight and tense. And so I do several things, a pinch and pull of each lip, pinch and pull, pinch and pull. I stretch, and do cowardly mask, tragedy mask. I
Oh,
don't
the
know.
dentist would love you.
I know, right?
Or
And
Jason Hewitt.
there you go. So we just warm up this whole area, and then my language is clearer, my sound is warmer, and I have more command of the type of resonance that I want to use for the specific purpose of the speech.
Your mouth is your megaphone is the title to the article. Read it in Speaker Magazine, but as you are listening on VOE or watching on the YouTube channel or wherever you may be finding this, apply the principles, because what you have taught us is rich in value. Rena, thank you so much for being my guest.
Bye now.